The wife, being the romantic sort, sent her husband a text. If you're sleeping, send me your dreams. If you're laughing, send me your smile. If you're eating, send me a bite. If you're drinking, send me a sip. If you're crying, send me your ears. No, tears. I love you. The husband, typically a non-romantic person, replied, I'm in the dunny, please advise. Miss Beatrix, the church organist, she plays the organ, was in her 80s and never been married. She was admired for her sweetness and kindness to all. One afternoon, the pastor came to call on her and showed him to his quaint sitting room. She invited him in to have a seat while she prepared tea. As he sat facing her old Hammond organ, the young minister noticed a cut glass bowl sitting on top. The bowl was filled with water, and in the water floated, all of things, a condom. When she returned with tea and scones, they began to chat. The pastor tried to stifle his curiosity about the bowl of water and its strange floater, but soon it got the better of him and he could no longer resist. Miss Beatrice, I wonder if you could tell me about this, pointing to the bowl. Oh yes, she replied, isn't it wonderful? I was walking through the park a few months ago and I found this little package on the ground. The directions said to place it on the organ, keep it wet, and that it would prevent the spread of disease. And you know what? I haven't had the flu all winter. And that's a new one too, it's not used. This one's entitled Four Little Animals. You've got to love this little girl. What a woman she'd make. A teacher asked his class, what do you want out of life? A little girl in the back row raised her hand and said, all I want out of life is four little animals, just like my mum always says. Okay, what do you mean by four little animals? Well, what four little animals that would be, the little girl said, a mink on my back, a jaguar in the garage, a tiger in the bed, and a jackass to pay for it all. A husband walks into Victoria's Secret to purchase a sheer negligee for his wife. He's shown several possibilities that range from $250 to $500. The more sheer, the higher the price. Naturally, he opts for the most sheer, pays the $500 and takes it home. He presents this to his wife and asks her to go upstairs and put it on and model for him. Upstairs, the wife thinks, oh no, bloody dummy, I've got a great idea. It's so sheer that it might as well be nothing. So I won't put it on, I'll do the modelling naked and return it tomorrow and keep the $500 for myself. She appears naked on the balcony and strikes a pose. The husband says, good grief, you think for $500 at least they'd iron it? He never heard the shot. The funeral is on Thursday at noon, closed coffin. In the morning, I went downstairs for breakfast, hoping my husband would be pleasant and say, happy birthday, and possibly have a small present for me. As it turned out, he barely said good morning, let alone happy birthday. I thought, well, that's marriage for you, but the kids, they'll remember. My kids came bounding down the stairs for breakfast and didn't say a word. So when I left for the office, I felt pretty low and somewhat dejected. As I walked into the office, my handsome boss, Rick, said, good morning, lady, and by the way, happy birthday. I felt a little better, at least someone had remembered. I worked until 1 o'clock when Rick knocked on my door and said, it's such a beautiful day outside and it's your birthday. Why don't we go out for lunch, just you and me? Well, Rick, that's the greatest I've heard all day. Let's go. We went to lunch, but we didn't go where we normally would go. He chose instead a quiet bistro with a private table. We had 2 martinis each and I enjoyed the meal tremendously. On the way back to the office, Rick said, it's such a beautiful day. We don't need to go straight back to the office, do we? I responded, what do you have in mind? Let's drop by my place, it's just around the corner. After arriving at his house, Rick turned to me and said, if you don't mind, I'm going to step into the bedroom for just a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, I said nervously. He went into the bedroom and after a couple of minutes he came out carrying a huge birthday cake followed by my husband and kids and dozens of my friends and co-workers all singing happy birthday to you. And I just sat there on the couch, naked. Come on.
Girl.
A real woman is a man's best friend. We will never stand him up and never let him down. We will reassure him when he feels insecure and comfort him all after a bad day. We will inspire him to do things he never thought he could do, to live without fear and regret. We will enable him to express his deepest emotions and give him to him the most intimate desires. We will make sure he always feels as though he is the most handsome man in the room and will enable him to be the most confident, sexy, seductive and incredible. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. I was thinking of whiskey. Whiskey does that, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's true.